Warning, this is a work in progress. Several hours have gone by since communications with Alicia's laboratory has been cut off. Now, two teams of highly trained Hades operatives are called out to investigate. Their mission: find the missing researchers who seemingly vanished without a trace, and retrieve sensitive, highly classified materials for a clandestine branch of the US government. Tasked with gaining access to the lower levels of the lab, Special Agent Liv barks into the second service entrance, and it is there that he discovers the security system has initiated a facility-wide quarantine, automatically shutting everyone in and serving as a warning to would-be invaders that some kind of experiment has gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Requesting the evacuation of all remaining personnel. Code Blue, repeat, this is a Code Blue emergency. Please respond, anyone, please. My name is Rebecca Jordan. I'm a doctor at the Aegis Medical Facility on the North Ball Islands. We have a problem of submagnitude here. There's a situation in the building that requires... There's been a terrible mishap. I think we've been exposed to some kind of gas, a corrosive agent that latches onto the lungs, warping people from inside. Can anyone hear me? For God's sake, please!
I say again, we are at Code Blue. One of my colleagues freaked out, attacked me. I thought I'd roll the dice on whatever this contagion is and kill someone, but I don't know how long this channel will stay open. The security base triggered some sort of facility lockdown. I was in full quarantine, and in fact, I feel it.
Chapter 1: Signal Lost.
That transmission was the last communication out of Aegis' laboratory 12 hours ago. The latest mission parameters are courtesy of our friends over at the DoD. It seems the corrosive agent in question is actually the same experimental gas you've been ordered to retrieve. Only problem is, they forgot to mention in the initial brief that it's also a new type of chemical weapon that kills almost everyone it afflicts. Rest assured, all entrances and exits to the building were automatically sealed at the first sign of a breach, which is standard security protocol when these mishaps occur. Your teams will infiltrate the facility as such. Epsilon, you'll enter via the central lobby on the second level, which serves as the main access point, and edge your way to the laboratory. Delta, you will simultaneously sweep through the lower levels where the main laboratory is located. According to our intel, the basement is where the so-called gas leak occurred, so proceed cautiously. Be advised, this operation's status has been raised to priority red. Repeat, priority red. You all know what that means. This won't be the simple snatch and grab you were initially led to believe. Good luck, gentlemen. Now get in there to show us what you're made of. That hill is truly the House of Hades. HQ out.
Priority red. You do understand that this assignment could be our last. Well, you know, if I were a betting man, I think I'd bet that the odds of, making it home in one piece are, a lot better with you on the battlefield. But, that's if, you know, Gomer Pyle doesn't put us down first.
Just shut the fuck up, Leave. Goddamn motor mouth.
Don't let him get to you, kid. That shitbird squawks at anyone with a bigger stick. Which is pretty much everyone. Never should have pulled his ass out that fire back at Boom in '94.
Thanks, Hayden. Understood, Major. I mean, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just let the past go.
Romero Fort Gulf, this is HQ. We hold you on gadget and show you entering the airspace above the island. You should be within visual range of Aegis at any moment. Over.
HQ, this is Sandman Actual. In descent for November Foxtrot, India. Standing by for mission go.
Sandman Actual, this is HQ. You are mission go. Authentication Echo Gulf 394 at time 0227 Zulu. Out. We are mission go. This is the second platform. And the end of the line for you, lead. Green will infiltrate the laboratory via the third platform.
Roger that. Comms clear. En route to primary objective. Over and out.
HQ here. Unlocked codes received. We are remotely overriding the service access to Aegis Station. As explained during the brief, the data interchange device is still being tested for field use. Nevertheless, it will become your most important resource, allowing you to manage weapons, consumables, consult maps, health state, and above all, allow you to interact with any type of electronic device. Over.
Sandman to Agent Lead. Judging from the fragments of video we pulled from surveillance, it appears that several tanks labeled CSR-3 have already been attached to the main hoisting unit. I'll stay on standby at the main doors to the freight elevator. Over.
Liev here. Copy that. Objective confirmed. Looks like the contagion leaked out from a couple tanks crammed into the area. There are also sure signs of a firefight and explosive residue. Proceeding with the mission. Over.
It's about time you guys got here. You're with emergency response, right?
That's right. Agent Liev. How's the leg?
It hurts like hell. But I'll be alright. Can't move very far, though.
That's unfortunate. Listen, I need to search this place for survivors. I'll come back for you as soon as I can.
Survivors? Yeah, well, good luck with that. Anyway, I'll be waiting here. I just need to rest my eyes a little.
Liev to Mission Control, Sandman. I made contact with an Aegis worker. I followed the protocol. I'm now heading to the control room to begin loading procedures. Over.
Copy that. This all brings back memories from '94. Especially that day when you opened fire on all those poor, innocent people. Or what was left of them. Don't you remember?
Orders are orders, Major, and those innocent people weren't exactly civilians. When you finally get your ass out of that chopper and onto the battlefield, we'll talk about it. Proceeding to objective. Over. Someone must have had a lot of fun down here.
80 August 1945. Honor. A word the Allied forces will never understand. Thousands of innocent souls in seconds. Not those of soldiers, not those of men who made a choice to fight and sacrifice themselves in service of our great nation, but those of civilians. Women and children, our families are gone, obliterated by the desire for dominance. by the desire to show the world the strength of their science. But now the time has come to show them the strength of our science. It took years of hardship to develop terrible weapons, but the worst we could imagine arrived simply by chance. We had chosen to keep the scourge, our worst discovery, a secret because it was truly human, even for Unit 731, where men were granted the luxury of releasing the darkness of their spirits. A weapon truly human.
Even for war, but not too inhuman for those who lost all traces of honor with the push of a button. The men of this crew, the fathers and sons now deprived of their loved ones, have renamed it Sujin, the condemnation. The world literary works and histories will remember theirs as villainous and blasted, a mass genocide that will tarnish their conscience forever. But this is not enough. Not for us, not for our families. Perseverance is better than defeat. The new emperor ordered that Sujin be spread over the enemy, a divine noiseless wind, but extremely lethal. Our condemnation will tear their hearts out and lead them on a path to the same suffering we are experiencing. We departed from Tokyo a few hours ago and expect a long journey to the American coast, where the plague will be unleashed, and a story out of their science fiction novels will run its course. At this very moment, a second I-400 of the glorious Japanese Imperial Navy should be leaving Osaka, ready to deliver the second and last reserve of the plague to a top-secret location in Germany. Unit 731 no longer exists, swept away by a 20-kiloton blast, but its creation is more alive than ever, and it could still shift the balance of power in the world in our favor. We must do everything we can and leave the rest to fate. The rest is illegible.
Looks like a bank transaction made out to J. Phelps for $1 million. I read your file, Kevin, and your resume is quite impressive. Despite your age, it seems you've already installed and maintained your share of sophisticated equipment that most tech series don't even know exist. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but I want you to know exactly what you are getting into. I heard you ask a coworker what kind of research is being conducted here. If I had to hazard a guess, it must involve the UFO they found off the coast of this island. These scientists are clearly seeking ways to permanently alter the human genome to create superhuman alien hybrids. Joking, obviously, but this is a top secret government facility and the suits here won't hesitate to lock you up and throw away the key if you give them a reason to. Places like this naturally imply state-of-the-art computer systems and machinery that go well beyond the scope of most technicians. Look for you, the thermoelectric generators, although extremely powerful, are very simple to use via an interface. The only real hurdle you will come across is the odd time when a power outage occurs. In this situation, all you need to do is find a PC to check which area is shorted out, as indicated by a flashing red dot. Unfortunately, the repair process isn't automatic, so you have to restore power manually using the control panel to bypass the areas marked in red, which will turn green if you are successful. Just follow the instructions on the screen and I am sure there won't be any problems. But if you run into something serious, give me a call and I'll send someone down to help you. Don't forget that. Loose lips, sink ships. Welcome aboard and good luck. Michael O'Hangan, Chief Maintenance Officer. Dear brother, I can't explain too much, but this chat will be useful in case something happened to me. Love you, James. Max, good evening. Kay gives you the green light to retrieve what we discussed earlier. Job 314. God damn it. Where have you been? I've been waiting 2 whole days for confirmation. I was just about to call it off. Max, we had to take extra precautions to help ensure the mission is a success. You are just one part of a much wider strategy. Job 314. Listen, something unexpected came up. Some high-ranking army general is arriving here this week, so they are increasing the security level. I need more time. Max, you don't have more time. We can't afford another delay. There are measures in place to deal with these kinds of situations. Proceed as planned. Job 314. I'm risking my life here. A sentence of life without parole, if not immediate execution. The punishment for treason in a place like this is anything but conventional. I need more insurance or at least another advance for the final payment. Max, we've already given you more than enough money to compensate for your troubles. Unofficially, I would advise you to stick with case plan or speed execution will be the least of your worries. Job 314, alright, I just hope I have the guts to leave this damned bunker behind. Max, stick with the plan and all your troubles will be gone. I repeat, green light, that's all. Dearest Ada, at last the opportunity I've been waiting for has arrived. I can't go into specifics right now, but trust me and believe me when I tell you that our lives will change for the better. I can finally leave this place behind and go with you wherever your heart desires. There is no time like the present, is there? Of course, the risk is great, but don't worry about me, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Love you, always yours, Jay.
What the hell are these things? There's something down below. It looks like a huge submarine, with markings that resemble biohazard symbols, and could the flag really be Japanese?
Focus on the mission, Agent. I don't care what titter-ridden cow curdles the milk those pasteurizing big shots call us in to mop up. Time is running out. Get your ass on the objective. Over.
DF to mission control. Elvis has left the building.
Understood. We'll take it from here, Agent. If the weather gets any worse, we might experience comm interference. Proceed to your next objective. Emergency channel open. Over.
Assistance request. Hexacore Biogenetics encrypted file. File code HB194. Server hexacorebiogenetics.com. Test Subjects Report. Hexacore Biogenetics encrypted file. File code 8B825. Server hexacorebiogenetics.com. Researcher Diary. Archived file. This diary belonged to an ages researcher. Some of the dates are circled with red ink. 1995. Pollux. We can now finally create the perfect soldier, strong, resilient, and self-repairing. And to think that most of the grunt work was done by none other than Mother Nature herself. For some reason, the local jellyfish, which are already capable of amazing regeneration, inhabited the sunken vessel, whereby they become exposed to the chemical agent. From there, they reproduced generation after generation, growing stronger with each mutation that altered their DNA and birthed hybrids. We studied these new aquatic life forms, outwardly similar to Hydrocinidaria, but far more aggressive and much more dangerous. In time, we will use our study to create a new virus that can turn regular soldiers into genetically advanced war machines. But in the meantime, all we can do is wait for the government to fulfill its promise in order to begin human trials. 1997. If I think back to just a few years, it feels like a century ago. Although Castor is now the pinnacle of modern BC warfare, Pollux is also on track to fruition. The Hydrocinidaria finally gifted us its firstborn. We've had a major breakthrough, a passing of the torch of sorts. Even if it would be foolhardy to hide the fact that we need more time, time is something that army and government officials just won't allow us. They've promised Pollux to their allies, and Pollux they shall have. The only issue we haven't been able to solve, one that puts the entire program into jeopardy, is this: the perfect soldier. We've prototyped is anything but perfect. We've injected the virus into hundreds of candidates, with wide genetic variations. Yet, we are nowhere near a solution. In fact, in just a few minutes, the virus begins to strengthen its host. Although no visible external changes are apparent, in just 2-3 hours after infection, Pollux is able to regenerate cells and tissue, progressively increasing the power and resilience of its host. This is a truly remarkable accomplishment that will advance medical and military research by decades in just a few short years. If not for the grave side effects that have afflicted almost every subject during experimentation. All the physical enhancements afforded by the Pollux virus are subordinate to a single, inescapable necessity: the host's assimilation of specific hormones that balance and regulate the body, which are otherwise produced by the hypothalamus. As long as large enough quantities of these hormones are assimilated in concentrated doses, due to the demand of accelerated metabolism in enhanced organisms, the subject's psyche remains lucid and aware, while strength, resilience, and regenerative powers remain under control. However, when these hormones become absent for prolonged periods, the first signs of mental deterioration appear, causing blackouts and gradually destroying all forms of conscious decision-making. After that, in most cases, the body undergoes unpredictable physical changes that lead to its eventual total destruction. What we need to accomplish in the remaining months afforded to the study is to find a solution as project as a whole is at stake. 1998. Government agents regularly visit the lab and help themselves to experimental data and samples from the most important students. We've lost a lot of sleep in the past few months, but haven't been able to figure out the hormone dilemma that's been plaguing our research, other than administering a large amount of synthetic hormone to Pollux infectis. The military and strategic purpose of a viral weapon is to keep the host in an intermediate state whereby physical abilities are greatly enhanced, yet always under conscious control that respond lucidly to orders. The only way to achieve this is to force subjects to inject themselves with hormones. All of this, of course, is inevitably subjected to a series of unknowns that the military doesn't seem to care about. I wonder what would happen if one of these subjects turned against its creator, intentionally or not able to take the synthetic hormones, among other things, that are limited on the battlefield. Unless subjects are damaged beyond regenerative capabilities, these potentially unstoppable and lethal soldiers could just go on a killing spree, with no one to stop them, that is, until the absence of the necessary hormones causes its own self-destruction. And this isn't really a solution, as one test showed when a subject infected by pollux, somehow gifted with increased intelligence, took a researcher captive inside the lab. After several hours of negotiations, the subject, obviously suffering from mental deterioration, tore open the researcher's head and devoured his hypothalamus in a grotesque feeding frenzy that afforded it the necessary hormones it was lacking. This extended its life by several hours, and it regained some intelligence that was lost during the experiment. Far as I am concerned, despite however many years I've dedicated to this program, PLX-731 is officially just another failed bioweapon experiment. The reason for its failure lies in the inability to produce, even artificially, the necessary hormones to maintain life and sedate its host. Apparently, however, the higher-ups have their own ideas regarding this. All we can do now is narrow down the search and do what they tell us yet again. Note to Supervisor: Subject Maintenance and Renewal of Containment Rooms. Dear Dr. Everett, by now you are probably sick of my many appeals, but I really must insist that the maintenance system for controlling temperatures in the containment rooms be remediated immediately. The system is supposed to automatically turn on once the air reaches a specified temperature. Instead, I am forced to send one of my people to adjust it at the terminal outside the room, which regulates the level of nitrogen V spectrum every 6 hours by hand. By hand! To avoid further inconveniences and to fulfill your managerial responsibility to man the system, please, please send another technician to fix the damn machine. I sincerely appreciate the assistance. Dr. Jeremy Falk, lead researcher of BL1 Aegis Lab North Blue 2 facility.
Huh. Probably has to do with the chamber's cooling system. Liev to Mission Control. PLX-731 sample secured. En route to second helipad for extraction. Do you copy?
Good job, Agent. But I'm afraid I have some bad news. The objective of this operation has been updated. Agent Krychek and Wes have disappeared, and until they've been found, we can't allow you to leave the building. Your new objective is to complete the mission of the Epsilon team, and download all the research data on your EID. Please confirm status update. Over.
New objective confirmed. On my way. Over. Sure. I'm just a war dog, after all.
Can anyone hear me? This is Agent Crane. An unidentified subject. Hostile. Protective hazmat clothing. He just shot at me. I think I heard him. Proceed with extreme caution. He is armed and deep.
Crane, can you hear me? Crane!
All systems active. Systems down.
Shit. I absolutely have to recover those samples somehow. Sandman, do you copy? I found West's body. Looks like he was shot to death. No sign of Krychek yet. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? God damn this cocksucking storm!
Agent West, we've lost all communication with Mission Controller. I got shot by some unidentified assailant. Agent Krychek chased after the man. I don't know what happened to him following the pursuit, and I don't know how long I will be able to hold out for.
Hexacore Biogenetics encrypted file code 8B747, server hexacorebiogenetics.com. A portrait depicting the Greek god Ares. It is said that his beauty is equal only to his lust for violence. A portrait depicting the Greek god Hephaestus. He lived in a volcano and was the god of blacksmithing. A portrait depicting the Greek god Kronos. He is the father of Zeus, who devoured his children for fear that one would usurp his power.
The private office of the founder. From here I should be able to restore system passwords.
Dr. Ware's Diary 1, Party 1. Castor and Pollux. Of the possible names, what could be more appropriate than these? Indeed, the revolutionary breakthrough that is Pollux could never have existed without its breath in Castor, perhaps the most malevolent chemical weapon ever conceived. As a matter of fact, we knew practically nothing of it before salvage of that Japanese submarine was completed in the 70s. Except that it brought about irreversible damage to organisms that would shame even sarin. That being said, this holy program, one that will inevitably rewrite the history of BC weapons and elevate the United States even higher on its supreme global pedestal, didn't arrive merely by chance. No, not mere chance, but rather divine intervention that the vessel delivering its toxin payload to our predecessors never reached its destination, instead becoming helplessly entangled off the coast of the Norfolk Islands in Washington state, where it remained unseen and forgotten for years. It may well be fluke, however, that a particular type of jellyfish native to the island came in contact with itsy-bitsy doses that gradually escaped the rotting hull, instantly transforming, perhaps evolving and infecting some of the island villagers. But it wasn't until the obscure crisis claimed its first human victim that our government decided to step in and take action, stumbling upon the terrible truth that is, in fact, the only reason we are here today is due to pure and simple incompetence of the crew. The funny thing about this narrow escape is that a potentially disastrous yet poorly executed revenge plot by some defeated nation overseas has once again turned out to be quite a luck for us. 1973 was the year when the Aegis laboratories were built on the island designated North Blue 2 in order to safely extract and repurpose the liquid gas we discovered in that Japanese submarine. I still remember the salvage operation and construction works as the company gave me free rein when it came to most of the architectural and design choices. We were able to free part of the hull from its seabed tomb, then later build the concrete bunker that currently houses it. It was one heck of an engineering job, but the facilities we use today are more than worth the immense effort. The lower levels of the North Blue 2 facility, the most top-secret ones, contain the submarine and most vital experiment rooms, while the other levels contain the observation deck, loading area for shipping of sensitive materials, additional labs, and a storage area. On the other hand, the top level accessible by ordinary staffers include the office space, a conference room, modern server room, and necessary amenities. Most of the people who work here have no idea of what lies beneath, and are ignorant to the fact that they are parading around a monument where history is being rewritten every single day. Come to think of it, I doubt anyone truly knows what's going on down here. Part 3. Castor could possibly be the ultimate weapon for large-scale chemical attacks, yet the dispersal method is surprisingly simple. The CSR-03 gas is compressed at very high temperatures, special reinforced tanks that are loaded onto an aircraft. When the aircraft reaches its target, single or multiple Castor cylinders are jettisoned. Once they strike the surface, the release mechanism is triggered and three shielding pedals open up, leaving the inner cylinder exposed. At this point, the CRSO3 is released at a high pressure, which converts the pressurized liquid to a gas making it extremely volatile. This is where Castor shows its unique colors. The gas then expands rapidly, like a mighty flame, and feeds on the oxygen in the surrounding area, creating a sort of closed-off environment that makes it nearly impossible for any breathing organism to survive. Gradually, it will lose all effectiveness and dematerialize, leaving no trace behind. If a large enough quantity were to be spread to highly populated locations, it could afflict thousands upon thousands of victims within seconds, instantly consuming a population, foreign military, or a group of unpleasant and expendable mercenaries sent out to the scene of a confrontation.
Liev to Mission Control. If you can hear me, I've just restored the facility passcodes from the Matrix. I'm in the process of gathering the 731 samples and data off the server. Oh.
Mission Control to Hades. Sandman here. Can anyone hear me? What is your status? Over.
This is Liev. About time. What the hell happened? I've retrieved the 731 samples. Now I'm heading over to the server room to gather the search data. Over.
Understood. We're having trouble with the comm system. To make matters worse, this storm isn't getting any less wild, and the loads are being pushed to the limit. I don't think it'll hold for much longer. Your new rendezvous point is the main entrance, so head there. Hurry up and grab the data so we can get the hell out of here. Watch your back. Open comms for 2236. Over.
Hey you! Drop your gun and let me see your hands! Right now!
Sorry. I thought you were one of those dead, melted thingies that killed the others.
Yeah, well, I ain't. And you almost got shot in the head, whoever you are.
You know, I'm no threat to you. My name's John. John Fay. I work for Aegis in the information science department. Well, mostly in the server room. I've been hiding down there for hours. Since all hell broke loose. All communications are down, and I didn't think anyone would risk their lives to actually save us.
What the hell happened to this place?
I'm not sure exactly, but I don't think it was accidental.
How do you mean?
Well, I can access anything via the server. The security system, surveillance cameras, and naturally, the personnel files of all the Aegis employees. I've been trying to reconstruct exactly what went wrong. And actually, you'd be amazed at what somebody can achieve down here in just a few hours. Anyway, I think it's safe to say that one of our own stole some research and covered the whole up as an accident, obscuring all evidence of their damnable theft.
Huh. You don't say. I'm gonna need that fancy ID card of yours to access the server.
Why? Why do you want to access the server? I thought you were actually here to rescue us.
Technically, those were your words, not mine. Sorry, bud. Orders are orders.
But what about the others? All the survivors in the building? You're not gonna let us die here.
No, you're right. I guess I can. I mean, especially you. Oh, what the heck. I'll lend a hand.
Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
response to the decontamination in progress. We're gonna need a few minutes to override it remotely. Just hang in there.
Out of here and heading back to base.
After completing a daily mission at the Aegis laboratory on North Blue 2, the 4-Argo Delta reaches the edge of Kingsight, Idaho, where the head office of Hexacore Biogenetics is situated. Aboard the chopper, Hades operatives Liev and Crane safeguard samples of Pollux and its Golden Fleece antiviral with canisters of the deadly castor gas fastened under the fuselage of the aircraft. Now, just a few miles from their destination, the radio beacon activates.
I'm telling you, it was the most incredible fight I ever saw. We just grabbed the guy, bit his ear off, and spit it on the mat. How often does that happen?
During a boxing match? Never.
HQ here. We read your signal on beacon. You're less than 30 minutes from base. Acknowledge.
This is Sandman Actual. Roger your last, HQ. Commencing final approach procedures to base. Any sign of the others? Over.
Negative, Sandman actual. Epsilon has gone out with their MIA. The special unit is being deployed to secure the site and evacuate survivors as soon as possible. Over and out.
Maybe we should have waited after all.
Not a chance. There's no way the carriers would have withstood that storm for a moment longer. Besides, I didn't come all this way to fail.
Fail? Right. You know, for a second there, I forgot how you do things, Major. You sit there, all ladylike to keep that immaculate uniform or spick and span while real soldiers go into battle. Too bad it has to be at the expense of real men with bona fide families. Yeah. Fucking Crimson Skulls, man. You're all the fucking same. I can see why you chose this boy to be your sidekick. You've both got a lot in common. For starters, just think about it. You're both cowardly little bitches that leave comrades to die.
What did you just say to me? You better watch your fucking mouth.
Knock it off, you two. Epsilon or no Epsilon. Our orders stand.
He's right. You squawk way too much.
Listen carefully, David, because I won't repeat this again. I know what it's like to lose somebody and not be able to do a goddamn thing about it. But you can't go on blaming yourself. You made a judgment call on that plane. Otherwise, you'd both be dead. And I think you would have done the same in your position. Are we clear?
If you say so, Major. It's just... every time I close my eyes, I can still see him. He's burning up and screaming for me to somehow help him. And I can't.
I know, but sometimes you just gotta move forward. Let go and focus on the present moment. You cut through that storm with your fangs out. You got golden hands, kid. I'm impressed. And now that your scars are more or less healed, I'm sure you'll go back to flying solo any day now. Fuck me.
Hey, Major. You looking to lose the payload now that we're so close to base?
God damn it. Raven, take the controls. I'm gonna go check and make sure supports are secure. That storm really pushed them to the limit.
Yes, sir.
Fuck's sakes, kid. Your file says you're the real deal. Took an SR-91 from the Aurora program to hypersonic Mach 6. That's a hell of a lot more than most pilots can say. By all rights, you should be able to fly this toy with your eyes closed. You know, I pushed for you to join the Skulls, even after what happened at Dryden. Only place I want to see you falling is on the mat after our bouts. Okay, now focus and keep this bird up in the sky.
You got it, Major. I won't let you down.
This is Sam Walker. I'm out at the game tower at Hunter's Pass. Come in, over.
Inside police. Kenneth speaking. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, hey, Ken. I don't want to rain on your parade, but some chopper nearly took my head off not 5 minutes ago. Do you know anything about that? Over.
Right. Sorry, Sam. Those big shots called in last night to schedule transport passing through the area. Night exercise or something. In and out. Real hush-hush. You should be safe to go back up there. Just keep your head down.
I read you, Ken. Although next time, you know, I'd be mighty grateful for any notice. Over and out. Hey, baby, it's me.
Sam? Sorry, I was out at the generator. You usually don't call this late.
The generator. Oh, yeah. I remember to turn off the lights in the house. Otherwise, you'll have to refuel again before daybreak.
I know. Sam, I'm not sure if I'll ever get used to living out in these woods. It's just so isolated. So, why'd you call, baby? Need help booking some rascally raccoons?
Funny. You know, maybe. I'm still on duty. Listen, I was just on the radio with Kent, so I thought I'd chicken in on you. And I feel bad about not being able to take you to the Cherry Blossom Feast. I know how much it means to you. It's just, well, you know how the night shift works.
I know all too well. Ken, did something happen?
No, nothing to worry about. I just had a near miss in the tower involving some bozo in a helicopter. And, hold on a second. Shit, I can't find my meds.
What do you mean you can't find your meds?
I must have dropped them when that chopper went past. God only knows where they ended up.
That's not good, Sam. You know you need those for...
Don't start that again. I'm fine. I can manage it. I've been living with this for a long time now.
Sam, you know what happened the last time you didn't take them.
How could I forget? With you constantly reminding me. Listen, I gotta go, baby, okay? Don't worry about a thing. It's just a few more hours. Go to bed and get some rest. I'll be home in the morning.
I love you.
I can manage it. I can manage it. Just like last time.
Major, what's going on here?
David, help me, please.
Don't move, Leave. Put the weapon down.
No fucking way.
Talk to me, sir. What the hell is going on?
Alex, he broke a vial in my face.
Enough chatter. Step away from him right now.
God damn you, Lee!
Well. Who would have thought? Tonight's the night that you finally fail a mission. Lo and behold, the great Sandman. Isn't as great after all. Is he? And who would have thought? Tonight's also the night when you die. You know, for what it's worth, I can honestly say, I had the real displeasure of serving under you, Major. Oh, and don't worry. I'll take care of these. Farewell. What son of a bitch! Oh, shit, didn't see that coming.
It seems to be the ideal place to take cover.
Your summer starts with Kingsight, Idaho. A charming town with a long tradition and history awaits you amid its stunning scenery in the heart of the Headcrest Mountains. Come and enjoy a pleasant relaxing moment in one of our hotels, camp in the beautiful Vermilion Forest, fish in the quiet Bear River, or stop along the historic Lewis and Clark Trail Road, where our ancestors laid the foundation stone. And if you would like to take part in a truly unique experience, join us in August for a refreshing and original taste of apples at the annual Apple Blossom Fair, a tradition that Kingsighters have been celebrating every summer for over 80 years. Kingsight has partnered with Hexacore Biogenetics in order to generate a growth and stability during the years. The company takes care of most of the 27,000 citizens of our town as employees, making of Kingsight a safer place dedicated to families. Hexacore Biogenetics have helped to create many public facilities to make this town a better home for everyone. Please enjoy your stay in my lovely city. Thank you, Neil Carson, Kingsight Mayor.
Ugly sack of shit! Help me! Damn you, Sandman! This was not part of the plan!
I've managed to make some copies of the company's most classified docs, and I've stored them in my personal archive. To avoid forgetting the lock's combination, I make it so the books in the library on the second floor will help me remember it. In case of need, The docks are my only life insurance. If even just one of them was going to go public, the company would be ruined.
You are one ugly motherfucker. Ugly sack of shit.
HQ, Agent Liev here. Do you receive me? Over.
Thank you for playing.